So figure I start off with the Donkey Chamber stuff. But yep, we're starting up this live right off the bat, so like 30 minutes earlier than like what I initially thought. I initially was 4, but I figure 3:30 at least for so let's switch that over there. Hopefully people could see that, like, my thing's a little bit set up differently than what it used to, so something could be, like, stretched out weirdly. Good day, Peanut Butter Boy. Let me see if I can fix that up real quick. Just need to, like, do a quick resize. That's not the right one. That's for something else, so... where do I go? Oh, hold on, I gotta, like, unlock this. Good day, sketch artist. We're just trying to get things a little bit set up here. So, doing a quick resizing. So, anyway, for those that joining in, as some of you may know, I have myself a brand new gaming PC, which is pretty really solid, because keep in mind, for those wondering, the old PC that I have, which is also a gaming PC, it's kind of hitting that age moment where it's like it's starting to like slow down drastically. And it seemed like no matter what I do, every like 2 minutes or so, it would hit like a brick wall or something. Like my old PC would have like start off with like 5 disk usage, and then kick it up to like 100 disk usage every time I like open a new tab on something. So that's usually the point where I decided, you know what? I'm getting a new gaming PC, and that's where I have now a brand new solid gaming PC. Got like 1 terabyte of stuff, so I managed to get like a whole bunch of games on there. But yeah, because of that, it does come out all pretty pricey. So because of that, I don't have anything to like get Sunny Vegas, at least at the moment, at least until I get paid, and that's why I'm like doing the double the work that I usually do, so that way I could be able to, like, when I do get the paycheck, I will be able to get Sunny Vegas, and that way we could continue on with the Lawl Hyper Edition. Good day, Rabbit Creator. But yeah, I'm loving this new PC. I'm very glad I managed to like I get this and have it like work as perfectly as I need it to be. As for the old PC, once I'm done getting, like, moving a few more files, I still got, like, a couple of files to move on over. That where I be, like, able to, like, sell off the old PC, so that way I could, like, probably get some extra money from it, at least. But, yeah, I've been trying to, like, been saving until, like, I get to the point where I feel safe to, like get the program and stuff I needed. But yeah, that was kind of a short rundown. Anyway, let's get down to am I excited? Yeah, I'm always excited for Christmas. It's always a nice time for the holidays. Some say too commercialized. I say it feels nice. The cool weather outside. It was snowing like earlier. It's kind of most of the snow is like melted now, but like I do love the snow. Some people say it's a health thing, but it's as long as I feel the cool breeze, because I'm more of a winter person. Summer, I'm not really into the overall blasting heat of the sun. Like, no matter what I wear, it's at 100,000 degrees or something. I prefer cool air where I can wear something cozy and like comfortable, and so settle down, enjoy the sweet life and all that stuff. The Rabbit's concept of an indie animation I want to make. Well, that's pretty nice to know. But anyway, considered characters. I have a lot of considered characters, like plenty and plenty. I think out of every Law series and every tier list that have a considered character, I probably have the most. And the problem with that is that my mindset come up with like too many ideas. I see a source, I figure out what people like, and then I said come up to it. Sometimes not fully. There are a couple of exceptions where I like scrapped up a couple of these considered character, but most of the time these are like characters I like to try out at some point, like whenever I get around to. I know my roster's already pretty cluttered already. I already got like several characters that still need to be made. I still got Thanos and Category, Jumba, and all that stuff. But there's always really nice to have like a good idea based off a character you enjoy or like a video you enjoy, and see if you can make something work with that. I mean, some of them probably have like a few material. I did Ugly Sonic, so that's like 12 minutes combined from there. So I could probably like see if I could like come up with something. But with that being said, let's get to considering what would be the rivals for these. Like, what rival would really match up with some of these characters. Anyway, let me put some music on real quick. Some Tekken music will fit this vibe. Make sure it's not too loud. Okay, so make sure the volume is like right enough. But yeah, anyway, let's get to the first character. Let me turn this down just a slight bit more. I am not good with like volume consistency sometimes, so forgive me if like some of it like too loud and stuff, or if the music get too quiet. But anyway. So starting off, we got. Let me put like the small thing right here. Up next. So first is Ace Hart from Dog City. Now, for those that don't know, this was from a Jim Henson show a while back, and Ace Hart is the main character from the he's part of the animated part of the Dark City show. And from what I could gather, he is a detective, so I could simply think of some character that's detective worthy. Like, there is a character we'll begin to that's also a detective, so anthropomorphic as detective officer. So we'll put that there for now. That's our first pick. Alright. Not a great idea. We have people like Anthony. Like, yeah, if this was like, if I was the one that had the OG, I would definitely have like Anthony Sullivan be rival with Billy Mays. Same with the guy who did that like Slapchop commercial. So anyway, speaking of which, let's see. What would be? I guess we could put him in the category of advertisement. Let me fix that. Okay, advertisement spokesman. I cannot spell. So we'll put. You know, we might as well put the second slot, cause Yeah, we might as well put Judy up here. Judy Hopps is also technically an officer. Well, yeah, she is an officer, but technically she's also a detective since in the movie Zootopia she does try to fence off. Yeah, that's the slap shop guy name. But yeah, both of them are in the law enforcement department. So I can't. Throat. Okay. So that where they would. I would also put Judy in the could be things, and you could also see a Judy Hopps going up against Ugly Sonic, since they're both from the Disney Central thing. They both managed to like have the world of officer. The only difference is that Ugly Sonic's like a bit of a slacker when it comes to the offering job. I mean, he still got hired by the FBI, and he only appeared in like one scene where that's a really thing. Always bragging, "Oh, I'm part of the FBI," you see. While Judy is more like a more active police officer. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it could also go to the I mean, you can. That could be something that could work well. That could fit well as well. Movie Scooby-Doo is basically like the whole genre of Scooby-Doo is a mystery show. You know, catching ghosts and all that stuff. So, but the thing is that Scooby-Doo is about like catching people in like costume, trying to scare people, while Ace and like Judy, they have like a more police active thing going on thing. But I will probably like put Scooby out there anyway until like at least until something else come up, which will probably won't be too long. As soon as I can figure out where's live action Scooby-Doo as. Scooby-Doo, where are you? There you are. So we'll put that there for now. Alright, next up. Okay, yeah. Well, this one's kind of a no-brainer. He is the main protagonist of the raccoon, and Zero Sneer, for the most part, was an antagonist of the show. So it's kind of a no-brainer that this one could already be a rival to someone in the currently roster. Hence why I put Sunbeam extremely obvious. They could share the same series, and like, it just goes like bread and butter from there. He's like a real dog than an ant. Yeah, that's another thing. That he's more realistic dog than like stand on four legs kind of thing. So we'll put that back there for now. That is the downside when it comes to Scooby. He's not really anthropomorphic. He's like, he's sometimes down on two legs, but it's mostly four. So good day, Joe the boy. Where's I getting some work done? Next is Bob Belcher from Bob's Burger. He's a chef that owned a restaurant. Do I have much characters that like own a restaurant? Probably a few, probably not. Again, it's been a while since I looked through past all the considered characters and stuff. So it's like sometimes you don't know particularly which of these categories was fly by with them. But I would probably actually I do probably see one. So let's go with this. Let me set. I don't. Let's see. Middle-aged business owner, and we'll put Bob and Mo Sislak, because even though they're like two different things, one own a burger restaurant, one own a bar, they're both basically like still business owner that sell the similar thing. They sell food, drinks, one mostly food, one mostly drinks. It's a kind of like a like something that's like kind of work well with each other. There's not really much I can really think of. I just think like this would be a good kind of thing, but That's mostly up to debate. Probably the most debate if like any other character pops up. A lot of restaurants called Bob's. Yeah, both they're technically both restaurants, so yeah, even peanut butter suspicious Mo the moment I put that there, so there's that. Bootleg Bandicoot from the Crash Bandicoot bootleg stuff, like if I could see it correctly, 220XX Crash 2 Advance. Now, this is a bootleg character, as one can tell. It's like a whole bunch of mishmash of all the other Crash Bandicoot bootleg that appear, which surprisingly there's not a whole lot of. Had to drink my soda. But yeah. I don't really know if there's any other possible bootleg related character on this list. But he does seem like a very entertainingly kind of character, especially given how like said overall bad the character is. Granddad, yeah, if only Granddad was a character in like Hyper Edition, but maybe Toasted Homer. See, that's kind of the thing though. Toasted Homer is more of a modded thing, not a bootleg thing. There's a key difference between a mod and a ROM hack. And it's kind of like obvious, kind of like day and night. So, I'm going to put a separate category in the, and let's call it the, I'm going to make it purple as well. And let's call it the unknown rival category. Until we could like think of something, at least. Hopefully we'll get another advertisement spokesman. I'm gonna shorten that down to advert. Bulk Bogan is up next from Fine Sauce. The musculous guy. And I could probably think of several. You know what? That's not a really bad idea. I mean, there was that one video on the Cat Icarus show where Catty did review several of Crash Bandicoot bootlegs, so it could be possible. I do feel like I could see that being a possibility. So I think we could probably actually move that up to this one in particular, because it does seem like it would fit. As for Bulk Bogan, the musculus, what other Fine Sauce character do I have? I don't think I have a whole lot of like Fine Sauce related material, so yeah, I don't have Dio, I don't have Garfield, and I haven't really watched a whole lot of the Joe stream. I mostly watch highlights, so this could be like a bit troublesome to say the least. But actually, let me take a look at my current roster as well. I need to like, cause I also need to like make sure that some of the character could also work if they're like part of the main roster as well. Like so, and I don't think I have any other person in the lineup for Bulk, so I will probably put him in the unknown rival at the moment until we come across a character that seems fitting enough for him, or at the very least seem passable for a rival. Next we have Kane from Digital Circus, and I'm pretty sure, considering there's like two characters, we could work with like one of them, but I do want to like try to like mix it up a bit. So you said notice the new character. Yeah, I did discuss this in the shoot, I gotta remember the name. The Arius Discord server, and I figure why not? Ranting Swede would be like a good contender, because he does got like a lot of fluid animation and a lot of stuff to work with in terms of a moveset, so it could be a good idea for a character in the moveset. Here comes the Ranting Swede! But, yeah, for Kane, I'm a little bit torn, because on the one hand, you do have another character from Digital Circus on this list. However, at the same time, you also got, like, a character that also has some, like, elemental power. I'm, of course, talking about this guy right here, so... I mean, which one you think would be the better thing? Yeah, I already see Mr. Puzzle could work since they're both on the term of host. Vulcan Ranting Swede. You know what? Yeah, I think that would be the because Joe Sweden, we have the Ranting Swede. They're both laughably hilarious. It could definitely work in like some way. He would be hilarious for an April Fool. Yeah, I never saw a sheep in a big city. I just randomly come across this, like a whole video set where it said the Ranting Swede. So let's see. Oh, they're not one of those like. Muscle Swede versus Ranting Swede. That's the best we can work with. But yeah, I'm gonna go with like Glitch Supernatural Host, and we'll put these two together. It does seem like an overall good pick to go with. At least in my opinion. Calypso from Twisted Metal. This was a character I have been trying to think of a lot, because I am a big fan of Twisted Metal, and Calypso has always been a pretty entertaining antagonist throughout the series. I even mentioned this in like the Discord server on the Audius one. So now the thing is, he's not from Glitch, he's from Sony, so the question is, what would be a rival for someone like Calypso with supernatural powers? It would be suited for the do I still have Tenna? Oh yeah, I actually do have Tenna apparently. I kind of forgot about Tenna, because someone brought up they had a Tenna, but I never did see anyone made a full-on claim that they that Tenna's was actually planned for Law. So that does manage to make things a little bit more complicated. So I swear, sometimes I wish I could like copy a picture and put the same picture down, and then like boom, there you go. But yeah, there is the fact that there is also Tenna, who is also a host with some natural powers. Yeah, I forgot Tenna was there too. So should I switch puzzle with Tenna, or is like, well, actually no, should I switch Kane and like put a Tenna where like Mr. Puzzle at, or do I keep it like this for now, set in case something actually do Tenna first before I even get to think about it. So kind of sort of branch it off. So forgot Tenna was. It's like, it's sort of like something in Dothraki. I never really like. But yeah, I can't speak correctly. I'm like gibberish. Ugh. I need a drink. Yeah, yeah, because I'm feeling more like this is best suited since they are in the same show. They are made by Glitch Production, and not to mention, you do have like that series finale coming soon to the SMG4 channel, so... But, yeah, I'll put Calypso in the unknown rival, since I don't really know any other character that would, like, have a sadistic sense of humor with magical powers. Even if someone needs me time out, you could... Yeah, that is true, and like, I do hope to get like to do Fluttershy, even though there's like two different other versions of Fluttershy on there. We'll see what happens in the future. Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the neighbor that never get lucky because he lived next to a milkshake. I'm pretty sure there's like already a matchup that's set like... You know what? I think we already know the matchup for this one. And then we could put like this, and then we could get Shakeout, because yep, they're both in the same series, so it kind of checks out. What you did to my freaking car? Yeah, I used to watch that show a lot, and like I could probably still... Friendly Neighbor versus... That's actually a better alternative. That actually is kind of a better selection, of all honesty, because I want to like mix and match it up sometime. Like sure, you could have characters from the same series, but like it would be entertaining to have like a bit of a mix up. So yeah, let's switch these two out. Friendly Neighbor versus Pissed Off Neighbor. Dinkelberg. Perfect Cell is up next, and honestly, I've been having this weird idea where, like, throughout the entire Dragon Ball series, I was hoping to have like a death battle between Frieza and Cell, so to see who is the strongest. Although, chances are Frieza would most likely kind of like stomp Cell, but you know. Although Frieza is probably safe for another character, one that's probably in the other, so it's like, who can we have to like replace Frieza? Unless there's like another character here that could probably be a better suit for like Captain Ginyu. I mean, there are probably several selection here that could probably fit the bill. Dinkelberg. Have you seen HFIL? What the heck is HFIL? I thought it was like Half-Life or something, but yeah, what is HFIL? I'll probably put these two here anyway, set in case, like, because it does seem like an overall good idea either way. And it does seem like something that is too hard to ignore. Home for Infinite Loser. It's a series by... Oh yeah, I definitely heard of it. I never watched any of it. But I do know that it is a very entertaining series. And, like, it is something I do hope to, like, see at some point in the future. But, yeah, I'm more of a traditional Dragon Ball Z type of character. And, like, how does Chaos... I mean, I could definitely see that working out very well. I mean, they're both mods for, like, very popular game. One appeared in multiple mod video, the other is something that's, like, one particular game, but like left such a massive impact. So we could probably put those two down as well. Modded character versus modded script. So yeah, we got modded Homer and Chaos mod together at last. So both mods completely entwine. I should add like some colors too, so like this will be blue, this will be orange, I guess. We could keep that yellow. This one probably also blue. I don't know what the Swedish flag is. This one could be red. Purple, slight pinkish, bluish, that kind of color. Another orange, and another yellow. Okay, so anyway, next is Chiaki from Danganronpa. Now, on one hand, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I could really... I could be wrong, it's been a while since I watched. Maybe sell and host a tournament one. I mean, they do have tournament hosting privileges, but like, Calypso got like magical power. He could take a person's wish and like grant it, break reality, but more importantly twist their words. Cell, I don't really know what he would have done if like I mean, chances are he's probably just gonna destroy the world anyway, so at the very least I'm pretty sure those two will be too different from each other. My Nevada keep putting up some advertisement. I'm gonna turn off all notification from Nevada. Anyway, Chiaki from Danganronpa. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know about keeping Chiaki because because I've gone through so much of the Danganronpa game and I don't really have much of an idea of what Chiaki could really do. There's probably like someone that could probably definitely do something work, but I could probably like... Then again, I haven't seen the anime based off of Danganronpa, so maybe that probably would have helped at least. But I see some suggested Fluttershy, and some searches Atari. I'm probably leaning more so on Atari since they're both gamers and stuff, and they are both shy, so I could probably consider that. But I'm not. But like I said, I don't know if I could really like consider Chiaki if there's not like a whole lot to work with. It's basically like back when like I had like Sadie and Katie as an idea, only for me to discover, oh yeah, they don't really have a whole lot going on to really make into a Lawl moveset. Which kind of sucked, because I was definitely hoping to make like something work with those two characters. I haven't done a tag character before, and I've been putting that in my mind on several occasions. Control Freak from Teen Titan. This one's technically a gamer, but well, not really a gamer. He's like someone who's like binge watching movies and stuff, and like hijack television, and breaks the fourth walls on several occasions. What character would definitely fit the overall style of someone like Control Freak? Let's see. Who would fit the style on Control Freak? Yeah, I can't really see like any particular character that would come to mind. No, I don't think Tana will really work well with the with Control Freak very well. Got like dust on my keyboard. Control Freak is a criminal, not a game show host. So because they both have like fourth wall breaking ability, doesn't mean it would like make the most compatible set of characters. I'm probably gonna put him in the unknown rival category since I don't really know what to really work with. So let's just put him there for now. Dale Gribble, conspirator, a man who killed bugs for a living. A legend. It's like one of these days I'm gonna do Dale Gribble, because I've been putting Dale in like digesting for a good while now, and this guy definitely deserves a moveset at some point. With that being said, what would be a good rival for Dale amongst the list of characters, or at least from the current roster of characters? Because there's definitely like Dale's like a one of a time type of characters. Yeah, he definitely fit well with. If this was the OG, you definitely bet that he would definitely be Hank Hill rival. But with that being said, what would... There isn't really a whole lot I could really think of. There is Philip J. Fry, which is from like another show that was on Fox a while back. But Fry's not a neighbor. He doesn't like do a whole bunch of city. He's like sort of a slacker who's like drinks Slurm cola, so yeah, this one does feel like something that would be pretty tricky for the guy. I'm sure if something does come up, Dale will probably have like a good rival. Didn't host a quiz show on one of the Teen Type Girls, so To be honest, I don't really know. I never saw Teen Titan Go. I've been like, I'd rather not get into all the controversies and all the like constant toxicity for a show that's like obviously was never gonna be the same as the original show. So, I mean, if he does host a show, then it'll probably be like a reference. Maybe a Homer's friend. I mean, the only Homer friend I have on this thing is Moses Slack. And I don't think I have any other Simpson character on here. I don't even have Krusty, and I'm pretty sure I could probably like think of Krusty moveset could work well. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put him in the unknown rival category, at least for now. Dingo Dial is next, and Dingo Dial also own a restaurant, but like that's like only in like Crash like 4, and it was only like mentioned a few times. Most of the time he said appear as a minion, a boss, and like a big threat. It doesn't really matter which particular version of Dingo Dial I plan to use. The model is most likely going to be from Crash 4, but it's going to have like all the aspect of like all the previous appearance that Dingo Dial had. Except Nitro Kart, and definitely none of the Titan games. I don't even think Dingo Dial appear in any of those games. But yeah, who is a pyromaniac minion that will probably work well for the big guy himself? Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any character in the current roster, so I have to say I feel like Pymation have been long overdue for a representation. Interesting to know. Let's see. Oh yeah, Pymation, the guy that did the suction cup guy stuff, the suction cup man. I mean, yeah, they could also work. They're both like Crash media related stuff. Like you could definitely see like Dingo as being like, "Ah, Bandicoot, you look different," or something like that. But then again, we do have like there is like different style. Bootleg Bandicoot is like, you know, pixelated, and like Dingo Dial is like you know, 3-dimensional stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of like other minion related character or even like any particular sidekicks and stuff. So unknown rival it goes. Dr. T here from Boom Beach. You know those commercial? He's a mad scientist that create some like a robotic crab machinery and like multiple traps. I know there is this one, but let's face it, he's jumping ahead. He'll definitely be a rival to someone. He's definitely Scream Ugly Sonic rival. Such front forward, like it's kind of obvious that Alfred Eggman would be the Ugly Sonic rival. So With that being said, we're gonna have to need to think of someone else for Dr. T. Part of me is thinking Mojo Jojo would be a good fit. I mean, they're both evil genius. They both make some crazy creation. Although one is like advertisement and one is like full episode series, but like, I mean, yeah, that also would work. They will probably be rival with each other or with Ugly Sonic as well. It does seem like a good possibility. Like, any parody of Sonic would definitely fit well with any categories. So, I'm gonna put this, like, close to here. But I am keeping my hope that Fanned Up Eggman would most likely be a Ugly Sonic rivalry, so... Where's Low Brown? There we go. So, there's that. And we'll make that blue. I'm picking very few colors. Like, it's mostly like blues and orange. Anyway, with that being said, Dr. T rival could be commercial. That'd be, but that's if you're talking about like those monkey from that TF2 commercial from China, you know, the one that was also a meme, that would be hilarious. But at the same time, I don't really know anything about, like, I only know the meme music and all this stuff. So yeah, I'm leaning more towards Mojo Jojo being the rival for Dr. T, if y'all agreed with me on there. Mad scientist inventor of evil. And we could put like these two. That's my opinion, at least. I feel like that's sort of my opinion on the SSA. Let's make it a little bit brighter on the green tier list. And then, like... Oh, I did not mean to, like... Okay, I'll put that back up real quick. Accidentally click on the wrong thing. Okay, see you later, Peanut Butter Boy. Dracula from Hotel Transylvania is next. A father figure who is also a vampire. I only seen the first 3 movies, and I've been doing my best to avoid the 4th one, because, like, oof, I don't need to tell you how bad the 4th one had to be. But, what we need is someone that is essentially like Dracula. And, but we need like a good kind of, like, we need like a monster with a kind, gentle heart, or something like that. And I don't think there's any like that I can really think of. Both of them could be good for Jump Up. Probably. I mean, they're both scientists of evil as well, so they could also work with, like, Jump Up antagonists as well, so... I could definitely see that as well. Let me put, like, work. Work. Right. And then we could put, like... There we go. Alright, anyway. Dracula, Dracula, Dracula. This YouTuber, I've been thinking for a moveset concept will fit a lot in hyper-editing if you know Portuguese. I sadly do not know Portuguese language, sadly. I do not have a good understanding of like most of the things on like outside world. I mean, heck, some of the character and that shout out thing I did earlier, I had to like took such like a wild guess by taking the shortest audio. It's a sort of dubbing, not dubbing it, but like trying to make it like pretend that the characters are saying what they say. It's basically, I'm more of an English person, and I do not really have a good chance of like understanding outside world. I wish I learned more. Like, I'm hoping to learn Japanese at some point, but more important, I'm probably going to be mostly an English speaker. So sorry if like, I mean, you could probably still like put the suggestion in like somewhere where you could like share an idea, and I'll probably like take a look at it. Anyway, unknown rival for Dracula. Fluttershy. We're gonna put two of them, since even though they're like two different versions, they're both basically the same character. One from like the main show itself, the other is from Equestria Girls. Someone did say that Jun Aki would be a good nomination, but I couldn't really like consider it. Tari will probably also be a fit for Fluttershy as well. I mean, they're both pretty much kind-hearted characters. They're both nice characters that like had a tendency to like care for like the protagonist and stuff. So I could probably like put both of them in this category as well. A YouTuber named Edu. Fluttershy versus Melody, that could probably also work as well. I mean, Melody already have like, she was originally planned to be Tari's rival at some point, like a friendly type of rivalry, so we could probably should put her there for now already, since we already know ahead of time. Freddy from Back of the Barnyard, a crazed ferret who trying to hold himself back from eating chicken. It's that sweet, boneless white meat. I just love that meme. But anyway, I think it comes to no surprise there's already a character from the same series that would also benefit from being like Freddy rival. And I don't really see a whole lot of other characters. I don't see no other birds, no feathers or anywhere. So now we'll just put these two there together. Straightforward. Right there. Right there. Go-Go, I can't even spell that name correctly. She's from Punch Forever, that animated series that like is like Japanese anime, but like over the top and like a whole satire and stuff. So, what would be fitting for a character like Go-Go? Because me putting this drink, don't know a drink that is milk mixed with strawberry. I'm pretty sure they call it strawberry milk. So, what would be a good fit for the over-top go-go Matomoro? I don't really know, like... I was gonna think Sandy, but they're both different. Sure, they both have karate and stuff, both, and some do it in the most over-the-top fashion. But like Sandy's a squirrel, and like SpongeBob isn't really much of a satire type of series. So probably nothing on this one. So. Him from the power of basically the devil, if like, but with like for a kid show. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure Toon Devil from the Cuphead show would definitely fit perfectly for him as a rival. They're both Satanist figure on like a comedy animated TV series, although one of them is Netflix, but like still. Dracula and rival will be Mr. Mosby since they run a hotel. I guess that could also work. Perhaps Kevin will work since they're both kids. Well, that's kind of like a bold statement. That's like saying any kids could be a rival of each other. But yeah, I'm leaning towards more like these two, so I am gonna go with that like Dracula for a hotel kind of thing for like Mr. Mosby, since it does seem like good idea. Overcrowded sweet life. Hotel manager. And then we could probably put like the next thing down there. Make it like this color. Children cartoon devils. This is fun. I'm having a good time with this, and I'm definitely glad that the stream is at least going better than I like anticipated. It's been a while since I get down to streaming. Sue How is next, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and this also applies to me, because Dramon's in Mortal Kombat. Basically, any particular Mortal Kombat character would have a good chance of being Dramon's rival. Like, I think the only exception will be Shang Tsung, but that's usually because like there's probably some other character that will also be fitting for Shang Tsung. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Su Hao and Meat would definitely fall in a category of like possible rival for like Dramon. Do you like M or Foom? Jim Carrey Grinch that stole the Christmas. Who hate the holidays? Which one you guys hate the holidays right here? Obviously no one hate the holidays, but I'm like, which character in the roster will have a disdain for the holiday? I mean, I could probably like, I think this is where like movie Scooby-Doo will probably fit into this category, because they're both live action or interpretation of animated classic. You got live action Scooby-Doo, live action Grinch. Seemed like a very decent amount of like characters that would like kind of be. But then again, yeah, Kevin would be like a pretty entertaining pick as well, because I could imagine like if Kevin had like a stage, Grinch was just sneaking by and then just land on one of Kevin's traps. Yeah, Grinch is the best Jim Carrey interpretation. I also like him as Eggman as well, but like you can't speak like the Grinch and his like the best of Jim Carrey performance, so I'm going to let you guys debate if it's Kevin McAllister or Scooby-Doo that should be the rival of the Grinch. I'll give you like a couple minutes to like think this through. Probably would have put some like Danganronpa music to have like a trials thing going, like. Yeah, let me look for that one song from Danganronpa real quick. Number 3 scrub debate music. Alright, you got like 5 minutes to discuss if like which of the two characters would be fitted for a rival. Yeah, because like I said, you do have like both live action interpretation of the animated character. I see one vote for Scooby, I see one vote for Kevin. That like one of each. Take a little sip of it. Yeah, voting's only over if like we have like a unanimous vote or if like the music ends. But I am keeping track. Right now we got like 1-on-1 right here. We got live action Scooby and live action like Kevin, not live action. Well, I can't speak correctly sometimes. Alright, we got 2 votes for Kevin. I would vote, but I don't want to get like too involved in just like. I mean, I'll probably be like a tiebreaker if there is a tie. Right now, we still got like 1 vote for Scoob, 2 votes for Kevin. Going once, going twice. I think both will be nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna count that as a double vote. So we got, alright, so 2 votes for Scoob, 3 votes for Kevin, basically. Three votes for each. Praise to we get another vote somewhere. I think 1 more vote for like one of the 2 will probably work. Although if it goes to Scoob, then we're probably gonna have to like wait for another vote. Alright, we got 2 votes Scoob, 3 vote Kevin. Who will be the last voter? Who will be the last one to vote? Let me put like a little thing somewhere really quick. Like that green. Yeah, I think we could all agree that Kevin probably wins this one, so. Alright, so switch this. Alright, so. Now I need to think of a name. Holiday Stealer versus Holiday House Protector. That's the best I can work with. So, back down you go, Scooby. Until we get to you later on. Johnny 2x4 from Ed and Eddie. A bit of a wild card this character is, so what we need is another wild card character. Someone who is as much of an oddball as Johnny is. They don't need like a wooden animate object to talk to. They just need to be unpredictable and bizarrely bonkers. I mean, there is Luther. I mean, they're also that, but also, yes, I'm still keeping like Luther in. You never know when you could like make a miracle out of one Halloween special. Okay, I'm gonna need you to elaborate why Johnny 2x4 and Mr. Boss of all characters. Like, just elaborate why Mr. Boss and Johnny 2x4. This I gotta hear. This I gotta see. Chuck Nolan. What Chuck Nolan? I mean, yeah, I guess that is true. I did say that. Doesn't seem like too much of a good fit, though, because yeah, this one's gonna be like, yeah, I don't really think there probably would be a better rival for Mr. Boss, but I don't think Johnny 2x4 would be like. They are different. Yeah, because they're different character and different personality. So I don't really think that they were fit in the category all that well. So we'll put those down instead. JonTron, I already planned him ahead of time. He's definitely feel like a fitting rival for Categoris. So there's that. Joy and Sadness from Inside Out. The buddy duo of emotion. One's always happy, one always sad. If it wasn't for the fact that we already have like Ace Dark Detective and like Judy Hop together, Judy will also be a decent rival for the two, since they're both Pixar property. How do you feel about John Silver in Law? I would probably enjoy that. I mean, I haven't seen the movie in a while. I have heard like it does have a good following, though I also did heard it's like a box office bomb, like a massive box office disaster. I will probably get around to seeing it though, and seeing the moveset if that ever does come up. It's a character from a live action movie that he gets stuck. I see. Castaway. Wasn't he like? I think I know what you're talking about, but wasn't he like stuck on an island and not a cave? Anyway, I don't really think there's a whole lot of characters to work with in terms of like sadness and joy rivalry. So I'm probably gonna put those as. Actually, there is like another duo that's right there, and it does feel like something that I could probably like, because both Inside Out and both It Take Two is about going through some difficult obstacle in order to like work something out, either through the mind or through the heart. It basically like a story about trying to work well off each other. Like, you can't have one without the other. And in the case of like Inside Out 2, joy cannot work without sadness, because every emotion got to work with Riley mind. While for May and Cody, they essentially need to like go through obstacles to rekindle their life. So I'm probably gonna go with these two. Welcome back, Peanut Butter Boy. That's my best guess for these two. So working together to overcome emotional breakthroughs. I'll make that like purple or pink. King Gooba from Jimmy Neutron. King Gooba is the egg-shaped, evil, tyrannical alien overlord who tried to feed a whole bunch of parents to a giant chicken. Yeah, that definitely does sound like a bonker movie, but what other like evil overlord could we work? I mean, the closest thing I could really think of is Riptor, or Ripto, not Riptor. That's the Killer Instinct character, but both of them are dictator, and they're both like rule with an iron fist. Riptor does got like servants though, and like King Gooba have like a giant chicken as well as assistant. Mr. Boss could also work since they're run the company. Joy does not run a company. She's like the head of the like group inside Riley Mine, and like there's not really any particular leaders in the group. There's no boss. No one's like fully in charge. It's all of them working together to ensure that Riley have a better life. So there isn't really a boss in Inside Out 2. So I'm still sticking with the May and Cody thing there. But anyway, I'm leaning more towards Ripto being the rival for King Gooba. You could probably disagree with me. I'm just trying to take a wild guess here. It's a spitballing idea. Make that like a light orange. Reader, ruler of fantasy media. Because let's face it, if there was a boy genius in this universe, I'm pretty sure his head would not be shaped like a giant bowling pin. Talking about sodium chloride. Dude, that would be so... That's what I said! Speaking of King Julian from Madagascar, and that King Julian show as well. The King of the Lemur. Let's see what would be a fitting rival for such a craze Self-centered lemur. We do not, this thing does not have Benson. I mean, Benson was considered, but someone already did Benson, and they actually did it pretty well. Good day, Alberto Bunny. I know there's a lot of numbers on there, but, I can tell what you're trying to spend. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. This guy already got the right idea. This one already got the right idea right off the bat. We'll make it green too. Self-centered ember. Who own it? I was about to put only be like supportive, but Cusco is the main character of the movie, so such self-centered emperors. Goofy self-centered emperors. Kleiner from Gary's Mod. Not to be confused with Half-Life Kleiner. This is Gary's Mod Kleiner. You know, like the default player model of the when you start off Gary's Mod. Yeah, I definitely like Joho idea more with King Jill and Cusco. It seemed like an overall good pair. Anyway, Kleiner from Gary's Mod, or technically any player model would probably see fit. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I am definitely leaning more towards Rubberfeud. He does, I mean, they're both made from Gary's Mod material. And it does seem like they should kind of work off well, being like the overall bizarre set of character, especially with the whole bunch of Kleiner memes that have been going on. Like, there's several memes like Kleiner T-posing and stuff. Gotta love those like default player models. So. Make that red. I still love that one video where like they have like a tank that punch Francis off the building. Lewis tried to save him, but he said go for the building, like pills here, and then when they land, it explodes. Alright, see you later. Good have a good night. Yeah, Source Filmmaker NG will probably be a good rival as well, but it's like, but I feel like Rubberfeud and Kleiner will kind of work better more. Speaking of engineer, now for those that are wondering, this is from a particular YouTuber, if I could find the name. Let's see, if I can even spell the name correctly. I'm probably gonna butcher this name up. Consta Mornin. And this particular jack-up engineer is basically a machine. He's sort of like a Terminator in some way. I think more so, I'm leaning more towards Miss Pauline from that one video series, American Boot. Yeah, Miss Pauline from the ST Black ST video of the casual Blue Tuesday, Red Go to Japan and all that stuff. Basically the same series as the American Boot fella, so. Yeah, I think we all agreed on the that one, so. Let me shorten that down. Ooh, random. Into base. Yeah, we'll put these two right there. Liam the Leprechaun from Annoying Orange. I have not seen Annoying Orange in a while. I only know a couple of episodes involving Liam. I think the character who did him kind of like retired after so long, so always to know is he's an Irish fella. I would probably say Calypso, but like Calypso is more malicious and like, while Liam is like a very angry fella. There actually is a leprechaun like character in Twisted Metal, like in Twisted Metal 4. There's like a character that is a leprechaun, and he wants to be big, and then he gets turned into a statue. Knife. Let's see. I don't really. Yeah, I don't think I could really like think of any. I don't really know if that's really a good pick. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know if Liam's a greedy one. I don't think it's really good to, like, judge a rivalry based on such sound effects. I mean, yeah, you also got Tobuscus. He does appear in that Annoying Orange TV show. That was not a good show, by the way. I'm like, I guess might as well, because... oh, I forgot to switch color on this one. Alright, let's see. Make that extra green, since they're all like wearing green. Luthor the Barbarian from the Halloween episode of the Ed and Ed show. This one is basically an alter ego of Ed, where he's like, after watching so many scary movies. Yeah, I think he voiced a few characters in the original. Yeah. Anyway, I think I remember one of those episodes as well. Like, didn't you voice like? Didn't you voice like that loaf of bread from the Let me see if I can like. Oh yeah, he actually did. He actually did voice the loaf of bread. Dough loaf heel. That was a good episode. Anyway, Luther. I don't. There's not really like a whole bunch of monsters to work with. If we got to Luther first, he probably would have been good for like Dracula. Since throughout the episode, Luther said like spend most of the time said kind of like beating down on like monster he saw, which was like Medusa, the Headless Horseman and stuff. And it was the characters in the cul-de-sac and costumes and stuff. But aside from that, I don't really think there's like a whole lot I could really consider. Like, there's not really a werewolf anywhere, so I probably have to put him on the unknown rival category. Although I could probably put him and Johnny together since they both appear in the same show, but like Lewis, I think it's safe to say it's kind of obvious. I'm actually thinking of like replacing Lewis with like Coach, because Coach is a pretty funny character. There's also Ellis, which you can use like Adrenaline for a boost and stuff. But yeah, the reason why I went with like Lewis because of the whole pills meme, like the early classic era. Plus, he was the first protagonist, along with like 3 other characters before Coach and Ellis. So there is that. Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. I'm actually leaning more towards Master Xehanort being the rival, since they both appear in Kingdom Hearts, and they're both like heartless seeking antagonists. At least Maleficent for a good while before Ansem kind of took over the first game. But he is a good opinion for Hank. Oh, Tank. Like I was about to say, what do you mean, Hank? But yeah, we could probably put them as like Kingdom Hearts antagonist. Heartless antagonist. And we'll just darken that up and then move on to the next group. Next is Master Shake. Since Carl's already like taken with like Dingleberg and stuff, the only other character I could really think of being a rival would be Dave from Code Monkey. Since they're both kind of like arrogant, like asshole characters who often like go with their own ideal rather than like listen to anyone else's for reason. Just someone opened the door to darkness. Exactly. Yeah, we'll probably should put like the Ed and Eddie characters in there, like Ed, and Eddie characters, because it does seem like kind of an overall no-brainer at this point. But yeah, I feel like Master Shake would be for the yeah. I don't see the household product. and then we could probably like make that purple. Mechanicalis from the Aladdin cartoon series. He is a Greek-style inventor who makes machinery, and unlike Dr. T and unlike Dr. T and Mojo Jojo, he's more so a Greek style of inventor. Like then again, he also kind of have like a couple of like crazy invention. Like he doesn't make like a robot to like hypnotize people, but I think that's just sort of it. Let's see. He'll probably fit well being like, I would say he would be a rival to Genie, since in the episode when he made that like mind controlling robot, the Genie was like those lyrics gonna get in the way. Okay, we already heard this song, so okay, I think I'll go with this one. This one's a good song. Okay, there we go. You know what, I would say that, given that they're both inventor and one of them is like a bit of a wacko when it comes to invent, I would probably say these two will work well. What do you guys think? Would these work well as a rival together? A Greek inventor and a man who made the squid gun. Freeze way! Squid launcher! I will probably say yes on this one, so I'm gonna go with this one. Greek inventor versus wacky inventor baddie. That's the best I could really work with. That's my best way to say it. Toon Harley Quinn, or modern Harley Quinn, as they were saying. Old school inventor versus modern inventor. That'd probably be like the old school inventor baddie versus modern inventor baddie. Modern. I can't spell. Anyway, Harley Quinn from that one TV show based off that movie. Y'all know the name. I'm not gonna like say it for like reason. It got like King Shark in there. Yeah, I can never let down the fact that I forgot Harley Quinn in that freaking empty slot. I blame myself. I also forgot Toon Masks too. That's another character that I just sort of forgot to include in the empty slot. That was a slip, and I'm willing to like accept defeat over it. On one hand, you do have Toon Joker that could probably also work, but there's also Toon Mask that is also as hyperactive and like unpredictable as Harley Quinn. Oh my god, it's Lady Gaga. I'll probably go with Toon Joker more since it is canonically. So, what's it called? Love Hurts. What's it make it pink? Maybe red. Let's go with red instead. Now we got Mr. Boss. And there's already like a lot of people that like suggested one of the older one be put for Mr. Boss. We haven't even seen anything from Mr. Sullivan. I don't even think Mr. Sullivan even have a character that's fall in the category of like sponsorship. I mean, there is Pepsi Man. I mean, there also that, but I was thinking like putting him with another rival. So like, yeah, I don't think we ever used Mr. Anthony Sullivan once, so put him down here instead of like waste a spot. But yeah, Mr. Boss. Let's see what we got for Mr. Boss. There's plenty of characters that are set as overly kooky and like yeah, which one would be fitting for Mr. Mr. Boss, where is the dolls? I tell you, if I had like Charlie and Pim, Fry would probably be a fitting rival for those two. Let me check if there's anyone in the main roster that could probably fit in. No, I don't see anyone there, so I need to see Smiling Friends Season 3. I only watched one episode, and it was the one with like that one guy by Cosperry. He was the one that made like those Don Bluth style artwork. And what is his name? Like Quimbley? Let me see this. Yeah, I was thinking like possibly Toon Mask. I mean, there isn't really a connection with the two, but like they both are pretty bizarre and like out of left field, so oh yeah, Squirm, that's the Squim. I mean, there's also Gabe Newell, since they're both like head of a big business. And given the fact that I'm using like a sourced filmmaker version, it could be like, yeah, this one's kind of a bit tricky with this one. So I'll probably let you guys decide which of the two would fit better. let's see. Which one? Which one? Toon Mask or Gabe and New World? Throat. Need a drink. I'm probably gonna have to flip a coin over this real quick since I don't really got much of an answer. So let's see. All right, so someone's still decided on the on Toon Mask, so out of left field, Wacko animated series. Make that purple. Mr. Mime, I don't think it's too much of a surprise. So, I mean, it's kind of canonical, so and now we got Scooby-Movie-Doo, the guy that's been shafted off of many rival lists over the past century. I love when a live stream have a mere moment of pure silence. Such awkward quiet and the sound of cricket noises. And a couple of music. Anyway, live action Scooby-Doo. What do we have that will be a rival for the Scoopster? Is it wrong to say, like, hear me out, is it wrong to say about these two being rival? like live action cartoon versus cartoonishly live action. I don't really think Steamboat really would be a good fit for a movie Scooby-Doo. Actually, you know what? That is definitely a good idea. That is a good idea for that one. So come on, let me sit. And then we're like, since they're both cartoon characters. That would be the okay, hold on, let's see. Old but yeah, that is definitely a good idea for these two. And they both could be like parodies of their own way. But yeah, I could probably see that would probably work better with the Roger Rabbit over the with against the Because you got like one character that it's sort of like a reverse Chip and Dale, basically. Where Scooby-Doo is like live action, while Roger Rabbit is still like 2D, but they both coexist in the real world. Definitely give us some poetic work to it, so I'll most likely consider that overall. 3D live action versus 2D live action. Or, you know, hold on, let me see. Hand drawn live action. Speaking of which, Oscar the Fish is next. Two good ideas in a row. We got martial art and live action animation. Now we still need to figure out what we're gonna do with the fish. With Will Smith fish. Will So, let's see. Today I killed a mosquito. Instead of who will be a rival to Will Smith fish? I mean, considering that it's Will Smith fish, he does seem like someone that will also be a fitting for Ugly Sonic rival. I mean, they're both like badly implemented characters with like ugly design. Ugly Sonic tried to look too human. Mysterio could be Calypso rival. I mean, I could probably like see that working out as well. I mean, they both have like master manipulation. The only key difference is that Calypso warp reality, while Mysterio create illusion of reality. But that could probably still work out very well. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put Oscar up with like a potential rival for Ugly Sonic, since they both have like the most uncanny and like disgusting design of trying to be too human-like. And then we could probably put like versus illusion of reality. I still want to play this clip for like 2 seconds real quick. Let me play this clip for like 2 whole seconds real quick.
Will Smith fish is scary, okay? Put out there right now. Will Smith as a fish is fucking disgusting. It's gross. I don't like looking at it. And the main character is just fucking idiotic.
So I had to play that. Anyway, next song. I mean, he does look scary in a lot of places, so. N64 Wario, or Party Wario from the Mario Party series. Mr. Oh, I missed, fella. Since this is mostly based off the party games, at least from the trilogy of the three Mario Party games. Who would be a good rival for... I think this is where Tana actually would probably work well here. Since you got a character that's a game show host, and then you have like a contestant of a game show. So basically you got like, not to mention the fact that Tena does look like an N64 character with that fancy sprite work. So it could work. I could probably see this happening. Yeah, we'll call it game show time. Or is it like game show party time? Actually, we're gonna make that like bright blue. Pepsi Man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm leaning more towards the Noid being the main antagonist for, well, not antagonist. The rival for Pepsi Man, since they're both on different ends of promoting their own product. Pepsi Man endorsed Pepsi. Denoy tried to destroy Domino's Pizza. It doesn't seem like it goes very well. Plus, you get like a Pepsi with your Domino Pizza, so there is that. I mean, there is also the DQ Lebs. I could probably like put all three of them in the same categories, and it will probably work well regardless of how well they work. So well, no, let's see. Food related mascots. Was I put all three of them in the category together, since they both share the same theme together? And we'll make it blue. Next, we got Philip J. Fry. Philip J. Fry, a delivery man working at Planet Express. You know, if the Roblox pizza delivery guy was still like in the roster, it probably would have also been a good fit for the I don't really see Pepsi Man being Anthony Sullivan's rival. Sure, they're both advertising, but like, Sullivan doesn't sell fast food. He sells like mops and cleaning utensils. Fry and Anthony. Like I said, I don't really see that being an overall fit. I I don't really know what other character would fit well with the with Fry overall. I mean, maybe Toon Ringo because they're both like brain dead and stuff. Probably Toon Ringo because they're both like brain dead. Like they're both like not the smartest of the group. I'm not really 100% sure, in all honesty, so I'm probably gonna put Fry in the unknown rival, since I don't really know much. I mean, you think I should go with Toon Ringo, or should put Fry in the unknown rival category? How about for example, different time? Well, I actually have something for Fred, and so yeah, I already have an idea for Fred rival. So I'm most likely still gonna put Fry down here. Pomni's next. Kane's already with Mr. Puzzle, so what would Pomni have to deal with instead? I mean, this could be another case with, like, Tari, given the fact that, they're both in glitch production, but, like, Pomni's more of a paranoid, like, overly scared character with, like, panic at every chance. Basically being the normal person in the group. So it's like, it's time like this I really wish Pibby wasn't scrapped, because then I would have something here. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to go with for Pomni. So, especially since Kane is taken, so we'll just put her in unknown for now. Sang Sung, the sorcerer. I would put him along with the other Mortal Kombat characters, with Draman being a rival. But I feel like there should be more for, like, Sang Sung rather than what Draman will put him. So, like, if there's any major antagonists in the series, then Sang Sung would definitely fit that category very well. I think the only character I could really see that would be a fit would either be Malix or the Toon Dark Queen. Since they're both also on the evil side. Although Toon Dark Queen doesn't really have magic on her. She kind of have like machine and like minions and stuff. So probably more so Malik from Dark Session rather, but what you guys think? Mr. Boston Suction Cup, man, that does seem like something that will work. What do you let's hear what the Peanut Butter Boys say. Calypso and Saint-So. Well, I don't know. I kind of like the other idea more, with Mysterio being Calypso rival. I mean, after all, this is not Titan Sang Song. This is like any normal fighting Sang Song, not Timekeeper Sang Song from like Mortal Kombat 1. But I do like your enthusiasm. I do like the idea you're pulling out, and that's usually like a good thing to like come up with these ideas. What are you saying? Does Suction Cup Man feel better suited for a boss than for like Mr. Boss than Toon Mask? Like, feel free to like throw it out there, cause it does seem like a good idea given the fact that they are new ground creators. So. And there's no wrong answers. Yeah, we kind of got like a like a triple tie. We got like Mr. Boss with either Toon Mask or Suction Cup Man, and we still got either Sang Sung with either Dark Queen or Malik. Probably more so Malik than Dark Queen though. Welcome back, Rabbit Creator. Right now, we're discussing if Mr. Boss rival should still be Toon Mask or Suction Cup Man, and if Sang Sung rival should be Toon Dark Queen or Malik. I'm leaning more towards Malik for Sang Sung rival, since they both have like dark entity style of fighting. Like what? Like Malik turned to a ghost, he wants the power of the shard, Sang Sung steals souls and stuff. It does seem like more of a fit for Malik's thing. Feel like Mr. Boss and Toon Mask fit more personality wise. Let's see where Jonah. Yeah, that's kind of what makes the it does kind of make it more complicated. It's like, because they're both like in the same way, both fit well. Good day, Murillo Facchini. Sorry, I say his name wrong. I'm gonna go with Malik's for Sang Sung. Antagonist of dark magic. We'll make that. Okay, maybe not that one, because otherwise people are not going to see the text. Anyway, Gabe is next. Gabe Newell is next. And the only characters from the current roster I can see being a rival would be either Devilman or Tank. Although both Devilman already have a rival with May, and Tank, well, there's Lewis, so there is one of the two. Let's see. I like this song. This is a nice listening song. I think the math get wrong. So they're both kind of... Didn't I already put, like, Roger Rabbit in the, Yeah, I put Roger Rabbit with, like, Scooby-Doo 3D live action versus hand-drawn live action. I think Sangwar could be... Alright, I think Shane could make it really, and Mr. Boss, Suction and could fit well. I think we're gonna go with Suction Cup Man then. So we'll move that there and we'll change the new ground out of left field wackos. Animated love hurt. And that I'm also gonna like make that pink so that way it like differentiates from the colors. Anyway, Gabe, you up. Let's see. Gabe. Not really a whole lot of character I could see that would fit Gabe. Such that most of the characters are really like... You already look at all the... some of them from Valve and stuff, so... Like, if I have, like, heavy... Like, if I have heavy weapon guy in the roster, he probably would make a good rival for Gabe. But, I already have Devilman, and Devilman already got his own rival with, May from Overwatch, so... I don't really think there's any particular ideal for Gabe at the, current moment. Alright. Steamboat Willie is next. This was, this idea came around during the time where Steamboat Willie was entering the public domain. So that basically means, like, if there's another public domain character around, then that where, like, Mickey would... The only public domain character I currently see is Popeye, and like I was hoping to put him up with like Fred Flintstone since they're both from like the 80s and stuff, or like 60s, wherever the decades he came by. That was the original plan for like these two characters, to have them be the rival, but I guess since like, but I guess that considering that Popeye is part of public domain, he would probably fit well for Mickey. Now suddenly just turned to a rivalry between like. What do you guys think? Should Popeye rival should be Steamboat Willie or Fred Flintstone? I'll let you guys decide for a bit. Yeah, I see one vote for like Popeye being Steamboat Willie since they both are in the public domain. Let me check the history of when like the Flintstone came out. When did the Flintstone came out? 19. When did Popeye came out? Oh wow, Popeye came out way older than Flintstone. 1960 and 1929. That is definitely a big gap. So how about all three since they're all cartoon characters? I mean, probably that could also work. Someone did also. Hold on, more lyrics. I love this song, but I need to like speak. Can't have lyrics drown out my voice. I guess this is where Philip J. Fry would have his rival then. Since I'm definitely more lean toward these two being the rival, while Fred Flintstone will have like Philip J. Fry for the future versus past worker thing. Said Fred does have a job, he lifts boulders up, so we'll go with these two for now. Public domain. All stars. And then we'll like make that white. Worker of the future versus worker of the past. Loser versus middle-aged worker of the past. I'm having mixed feelings about this song, so I'm gonna switch that. As soon as let me. Hold on, let me fix something real quick. I think my tab's a bit glitchy. Let me pick a song from one like earlier titles. Let's see. Let's go with. Here we go. Yeah, I had some technical difficulties. Sometimes, for some reason, Opera likes to like glitch out and like to kind of bug out. That's more of an opera thing than a PC thing. Now I'm getting hungry. Anyway, next up is Steve Urkel from Family Matter. He's also an inventor, but more so of a clumsy inventor rather than like an evil person. That like he's not a villain. He's the main protagonist of the series, different from all the other characters in the lineup. So, what other goofy character would be a fitting rival? Probably Jumba. I mean, Jumba does seem like a character that would like. They're both inventors for more wacky reason. I mean, Jumba have like a whole bunch of experiments that like most of the time it's just like feel like household appliance and stuff. Yeah, I believe Will Smith is also will be there. They're both sitcom characters, so like go with that. Yeah, I was thinking of the brains rather than the star power, so Tab is up next. Set the symbol soldier from Tabs. Totally battle accurate. I can't speak English. Totally accurate battle simulator is from where this guy came from. So, I guess the only other character I can really think of is the wheelchair guy from Happy Wheels, but there isn't really a whole lot of comparison. I mean, one's a PC game, one's a Flash game. One coming mini, there's like one wheelchair guy. Although you can also have like a whole bunch of wheelchair guy in like multiple levels. This one's sort of like a hit and miss kind of thing, but I'd probably go with the wheelchair guy as well. It does seem like an overall like pick. 3D. Well, 3D care. 3D PC. Damn it! Hold on. PC game aiming versus Flash gaming. NP. Let's go with that for now. The Riddler is up next. Riddle me this. What character is capable of solving a mystery of riddles? Let's see. I didn't know if that number 2. Anyway, who's capable of solving the Riddler mystery? I wonder who it could be. The options are so complicated. KK. Who's capable of solving a mystery? I think the best I could really think of is the one character that capable of like solving a mystery. She'll probably like figure out the Riddler riddles and like through some high intelligence stuff. And keep in mind, this is actually the good version of Scooby-Doo, not the reboot we all know. But we'll call it Solve the Mystery. Timon and Pumbaa, the duo of the Lion King. I think they were originally gonna be genie rival in a friendly sort of way, but like there isn't really a whole lot of connection between the two, outside from being comedic reliefs. But it does beg the question, what other character would fit the category of rivalry? Like Zoinks, Velma, we have to solve this riddle! I don't know if like the closest I can really think is either Dale or Dingodile. Since in Crash 4, Dingodile have like a swamp theme like restaurant, while Dale have a tendency to kill bugs that the Timon and Pumbaa will eat. But I'm not really 100%. It's the guy from the Beatles. Like, yeah, Ringo is a comic relief as well, but it's like more so brain dead in like a comedic sense rather than like he doesn't really have like whole don't have much connection when it comes to these two. Also, I just realized it's been 2 hours. Jesus Christ. I'm probably gonna either lean to one of these two or just put them in the unknown rival category. Yeah, like I said, it does seem like to be the original idea first. But then again, I don't really have a full-on idea since there are two different characters. One perform magic, they don't. They eat bugs. Genie never eat once. I'm probably leaning more towards the unknown rival category. Mostly because I don't have 100% answer. I keep getting a whole bunch of like Hogan song leaks. Let's see. Let's go with this one. This one's a good song. Anyway, here in Brazil, Pumbaa and Sully are from Monster Inc. with the same voice. Well, I don't have Sully from Monster Inc., so Trevor Phillip is up next. And I do feel like considering that he's a raging maniac, it's kind of difficult to really tell what character would sort of like suit him well, especially since we already gone through like several of the characters on this list already. I mean, probably Dale, since, or Dingodile, again, one of these two. Probably Dale more, but then again, I don't know if Trevor's like, because Dale's a conservative, he's usually like, think the government's up to something, while Trevor to go through heists and like have massive anger problems. All while Dale's that mostly come up with some nonsense that's like, except for the hilarious tea. Jeez. But yeah, this one's kind of debate. I'm pretty sure the last set of characters are all mostly debates, and it just seemed like a tough act to follow to really go through the rest of the character. It sounds like they both have beef with the girl. Yeah, so let's go with this one for now. Oh, Spirit. And then we're gonna put like I tell you what. Maybe make that like dark orange. I think for most of the characters, we're kind of like on a stump spot here. I mean, you do have like Toon Math and Toon Darkwing from shows that are basically like stuff you see in 90s cartoon with like nonsensical stuff where anything could like happen and like it doesn't matter what logic it would imply because there is no logic. You think these two will be a good rival against each other? Feel free to like. What does? They're both blade blades. But yeah, I'm more so thinking that they're both from like shows that like they're both from like show from the like early 90s or 80s or something where there's no logic, sense, or anything. One of them didn't even like make it past the pilots. Like the Battletoads that only have the pilots, so let me actually see what decade did the Mask animated series. Okay, 90s Battletoad pilot. Yeah, they both came out in the 90s, so 90s animated style protagonist versus 90s animated style antagonist. Okay, now I definitely gonna need to like switch the colors on. Let me brighten it up a bit. And that left 3 characters who I don't really know where to put. And that being Toon Ringo, Sandy Cheeks, and Thanos. Because most of the characters are already either taken or there's not really a whole lot of ideas for them. So we'll just put them all right here. So, yeah, those are the rivals I could really think of for every considered character, including the new guy ranting Swede. I'm gonna change that color a bit to but yeah, quite a lot of characters. Some got like more than one, but more so a whole bunch of characters for the current roster and a lot of characters that I don't even know who will be the rival for. I think one of the things worth noting that Thanos was gonna be a rival for Xehanort back then when he was in the roster. But yeah, definitely time some change since the only other rival is Saint changing about. Feel free to tell me why Sandy Cheeks and Dingodile, because I don't really think there was anything for Dingodile and Sandy to really work off each other. Like, I feel like there's two completely different characters in the lineup. But yeah, kind of surprised this took like 2 hours to go through. Probably wasted enough too much time that would have been spent on that other side, the stupid space story. So, considering that the stream have been working well, at least, yeah, they're both completely different. Like, Sandy's more active. She's like, she knows karate. She's smart. She's just like make crazy gizmo. And Dingodile is like a pyrotechnic with like a leaf blower and a flamethrower and all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of like all the characters in the list. Sorry we didn't have enough time for Stupid Space, but considering that the stream, I believe, went well, hopefully next Sunday that I will get started on that. I will be able to get to the next Stupid Space the following Sunday. So hopefully at the very least we'll be able to get through that at least. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. I had a good time, and I wish y'all the best of luck. Hopefully when I get paid, we'll be able to continue Hyper Edition like at some point, because I do have some idea. I do have like some fighters I wanted to try out, especially something for the holiday. That's the one thing I wanted to get through. But yep, hope everyone have a nice time, and I will see you soon. Peace.
Something's brewing at D&D.
Wow! Al Pacino!
It's not Al anymore.
Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Dunkachino!
It's a whole new game.
Dunkachino!
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend. Attica, ooh, lucky light. This whole trial is out of sight. They put me back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl, I know it was you. Everyone wants my Dunkachino. Can't get enough of my Dunkachino. Kids from 7 to 17 lining up for my Dunkachino. What's my name?
Dunkachino!
Dunka, 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 dunka.